Hello from Fuerteventura.
Hola!
So the flight from Helsinki to Fuerteventura takes only 6 hours, and it went really well this time with Tibi, because he's already so experienced traveler.
Also, we packed very well. If you would like to know what we packed with us for his carry-on, please check the link below to our previous video.
So we are staying in the north part of the island, close to Canalejo, in Riu, Palas, Tres Islas.
4 words. Very hard to remember. So it is a very beautiful hotel and its location is absolutely fantastic. It's on this biggest white beach, I think, in the north part of Fuerteventura, right next to this national park of sand dunes. Its location is really great, but it's not very family friendly. So we noticed. So the majority of the guests in this hotel are elderly Germans. And there are just a few kids in this hotel staying at this moment. And I guess Sebi is the most active one. So situation was next. Every time we would get to the room, we would get a call from the reception saying that our neighbors are complaining about the noise. What was happening in the room at this time is that Sebi was jumping. He was jumping on the floor, he was jumping on the bed, he was jumping everywhere, and he was running. He wasn't screaming, he was not laughing very loudly, we were talking normally, but he was jumping. So after a few days of constant calls, the receptionist called us and she was a bit angry. She said, we get another call and I have already relocated 2 of your neighbors away from your room and it's really disturbing everybody else. We felt a bit bad, of course, as well, that we're disturbing everybody else, but also we got so stressed because we would just get to the room and after like 5 minutes of us being in the room, we get another call. Like we couldn't even get to the room during the day anyhow without getting a call that we're disturbing somebody. And it got so stressful that we were constantly shushing Sebi, and Sebi got so stressed he didn't even know how to act anymore in the room. And we were so stressed because we were always afraid that we're making some kind of noise. So I said to the receptionist that we are also willing to move if that's gonna make it easier for all of our neighbors around the room. She can put us in a, I don't know, in the basement of the hotel, just somewhere
in the corner where there is no one who can hear us.
Yeah, somewhere far away from all the people who have ears, so we can jump away because it seems that nothing was like working for Sebi. And so we got a suite with a sea view.
On the first floor, so there is no one below us.
Yeah, and we're right at the corner, so we don't have neighbors on the one side either. So we got a really cool upgrade. Thank you, Sebi, for jumping away. It's been a very stressful couple of days to be in a hotel, to tell the truth. I don't know how much actually it's worth the money of the upgrade that we got here, but it was really stressful just even come back to the hotel because we were spending lots of time outdoors, but every time we would come back we would stress out. So, I mean, like, it kind of have a positive impact on our holiday. We're having this really cool suite with a really cool view. It's really beautiful. I will show the view here. We have a beautiful sunrise and a really beautiful view of the sea in the evening. So guys, I also would like to ask your opinion, because when we were getting all those calls, it made us feel really bad. It made us feel that we are very bad parents, that we cannot control our child and we cannot calm him down when he wants to jump. But on the other hand, when he was jumping, I didn't have like this inner kind of sense that I have to calm him down. He's a 2-year-old child who has energy and he's just being genuinely happy and he's jumping. Like, what do you think? Where is this kind of like a barrier or like the border between act in public and being nice to other people, and when it's just respecting your child needs? Like, for me, this is not very clear. So the whole situation kind of left a bit of like aftertaste. Yeah. So yeah, as a result, I mean, yeah, we have a really cool room with the sea view, and we're not bothering anybody, and we're not even saying him anything, that he just jumps as much as he wants. But on the other hand, I don't know, like how a 2-year-old can act like an elderly person and just sit quietly, unless you give him some cartoons 24/7, then he can sit quietly. But we are kind of not really into that. We try to be screen free as much as possible. Definitely he has his cartoons during the flight because there is not many other things to do. But when we are on holiday, we try to stay active. Please let us know what do you think.
As a young girl, the fields were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful and free, without a care in the world. I was one rich little girl, daydreamer, kidnap me, take me back, all the way back to them days, running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot.
So Fuerteventura is a volcanic island, and it is absolutely must to climb a volcano while you're here. So we went climbing volcano as a family.
We went to north of Lajares in the volcano range, and we climbed the first one, which is called Calderon Hondo. The volcano is 278 meters high, and the crater is 70 meters deep. So the volcano range is about 50,000 years old. It rose up from the sea, bringing up the islands of Fuerteventura and Lanzarote.
So we have assumed that we're gonna carry Sebastian all the way up on top of the volcano. But the good thing is that he's a toddler, and he's at that age now that he is saying that he wants to do things by himself. So he got his fair share of climbing.
I only had to carry him up on like the steepest parts and the hardest part.
Yeah.
So it got easier also for me that I don't have to carry him all the way up.
another thing, that he was really motivated to climb all the way on top of the volcano because of what awaited him on top of the volcano. So on top of the volcano, in a crater, live squirrels. I never knew that squirrels can live in a volcano, but it actually makes sense because there are no natural predators who can hunt them in there, so it's very safe for them to live. And they always come up and greet tourists and ask for treats. We were very prepared. We had a whole bag of nuts with us, and the squirrels went nuts. So the climb is always really rewarding because of the view you get to see on top. Like, first of all, the crater, it's just so beautiful. Like, it's unbelievable to see how big it is, and imagine that this thing was active one day. Like, so much power, and also the view around the island. You can see quite high and quite far. So on the way back, we climbed down with Sebastian, a part of the route, and then he asked to go on Daddy's hands and get all cuddly, and all of a sudden he fell asleep. I guess the climb was a bit more exhausting than we expected it to be for him. So we have created this really cool hack how to carry your sleeping child so his head doesn't fall off the shoulder.
Still, it's a bit of a challenge to carry your child for more than half an hour in your hands while he's sleeping. So you're basically carrying a potato sack, which is really hard sometimes.
Very, very precious potato sack. You cannot even put it down to rest your hands. Yeah, that was a. But the thing is that on the way back, it's just a nice path. There is no more it's more like a hike. There is no like a hard climb, so it was easier to walk downhill, but still carrying a sleepy child there was really, really hard. That felt really epic for us as a family because it was so great to see that our son has grown so much. It's only 2 years old, but he was so brave and so strong, and he climbed the volcano with us. I was just so proud of him, and he was happy the whole way and really excited. Like, that really meant a lot to us. So this was the first part of our trip in Fuerteventura. There are more videos to come about our adventures in here, so stay tuned. Every Sunday at 8 o'clock comes a new video. Thank you for watching.
Please like and subscribe.
Bye. Adios.
Ciao.
Hasta luego.
Мой Варя.
Ты бабушке и дедушке звонишь? Что баба с дедой говорят? Ты позвонил? Ага. Молодец. Скажи, gracias. Gracias. Молодец.